Hello everyone and welcome back to our Final Fantasy IX Let's Play / complete walkthrough series. Once again, please don't forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed these episodes. Yada yada yada, let's continue. So we've just been given our latest quest, which is to go and get some potions in order to do a little bit of chemistry, and to do that we're going to have to go around some of the city here in Limblum. So we'll head first of all to the next district, which is going to actually be the business district, but we can have a bit of a look around as well as we do so. So we're going to go to the business district here, as I said, and there's going to be a couple of items for us to grab, along with the first potion that we're going to need as part of this little quest that we're doing here. So we can just say hello to some of these folks if we want to, although they won't tell us too much. The person we're looking for in terms of the actual potion is a lady named Alice. Looks like they're having a good old rebuild here, doesn't it? So if we head over here, first and foremost should be an item for us to pick up, the good old Sagittarius Stellarzio. So if you're on that side quest, then you'll probably want to be picking that up. And we'll just see what some of these others have to say for themselves. We'll ask the brother, although he won't tell us anything either. They're like, just ask each other. If we head into this house up here in the north where Card Freak Gon likes to hang out, there's actually a couple of chests we can grab, so we'll do that first before we continue looking for the potion that we need from this district. So we'll get an elixir and a remedy, although I can't actually carry any more remedies since I have maxed out the amount that my inventory can actually hold. And now if we head into the next section of the business district, we can chat to this young lady here, Alice, and she will give us the potion, which is the beautiful potion. Okay, and once you've grabbed the beautiful potion from Alice, you can head straight to the third district next, which is where I am. And as you come out, you should get a scene if you saved the couple on disc 1. So this is an optional scene here. Okay, so after the scenes, we can head over to the house over here. And there should be a chest we can grab which contains a lapis lazuli. And if we speak to this little fella named Michael here, we can ask him about the potion. And he tells us he's never heard of these potions. But if we find it in his studio, we can take it. Well, that's handy, because just here is the Limblum exhibit. Not as handy as perhaps I thought it would be. However, down here, we do get the strange potion, which is what we needed. So, that done. There's also some ore in here, but you might have grabbed that already, as I have. Next, we're going to head over to the Tantalus hideout, because lying within is the third of our 3 potions that are needed. We've got to have a chat up and catch up, of course, with our Tantalus crew. And there we have our third and final potion. Now, our next destination, as you've probably guessed, is to head back to Sid. But before we do any such thing, we're going to head back to the hideout to grab some gills. 3 chests of loot that Tantalus have been collecting since our last visit. And now it's just a case of heading all the way back to the Regent's office. Okay, and off we go. We'll see what good fortunes we managed to have accomplished by collecting these potions here. So we should know the way back to Sid's or the Regent's office now. But of course, if not, we just basically head to the elevator here and go up to the top. And then straight through to the Regent's chamber. That would be the conference area. Right, so we've actually got our next destination planned now. But before we do anything, we're going to go for the ATE here. No free lunch. I think it's no surprise who this is going to involve. Okay, without any further ado now, we can actually make our way back out and we'll eventually end up on the world map. Having now completed, at least for the moment, this extremely lengthy story section involving the three main cities, Alexandria, Trano and Limblum here. So we need to head to the Serpent's Gate. And once we reach here, we'll board the new ship. And we want to board the blue Narciss. Yes, of course we do. Right, so we've got our destination in order, and look at this, for the first time really in the game we have our full selection of party members to choose from, and we can switch them out and change them up a bit whenever we really want to. So we can actually do a load of optional stuff now before we head to the Black Mage Village, and since this is a complete walkthrough, I'm actually going to do just that, and hopefully you guys following along will find it all to be quite helpful. So, for the time being, I'm just going to stick a few people in the party that we could do with levelling up and what have you. The first person we're going to put in is Queener, since we can learn some new abilities, blue magic abilities, with him/her. And the other people that I'm going to throw in for now are Dagger, since she's got new summons to learn, although she's in a bit of a weakened state at the minute, which you may or may not notice as we go through some battles. And then, who else do we need to level? Well, it looks like Freya and Steiner are both suffering and struggling at the minute. So, it doesn't really matter who we use out of those. I'm just going to go for Steiner here. But we do want to spend a bit of time on just building up the abilities and levels of all those who are struggling. And there we get our controls. Pretty standard stuff. Similar to the submarine and whatnot that you get to control in Final Fantasy VII. Except, of course, you don't go underwater in the Blue Narciss. So, what's the first things that we're going to want to go and do? Well, before we do anything, we're going to want to go and do some more frog catching. But what you might want to note is that there's some new shops available now also with synthesis and weapon options right here. So you can either do that now or go and do the frogs first, which gives them a chance to respawn. Then maybe we can do them a little bit later, earlier on as well. So let's go ahead and do some frogs first, and then we'll come back and start decking out our characters. On second thought, since we can only dock the ship in certain places, we may as well stay docked here while we head to the marsh, and then we can at least pay a visit to the shops on the way. So here we are at the synthesis shop, and one thing, this is in the business district, one thing that you might want to do is purchase or synthesize these cotton robes, since you can obviously sell them for our money making trick, and then go through all these other good stuff in order to make whatever it is that you want to make, in order to learn new abilities, etc, etc. And then of course there's the weapon shop, which will have new items for you with new abilities to learn. And once you've done everything that you want to do up to this point, we can start heading over to the marsh. So once again, I've just made myself to made my way to the harbour at the Serpent's Gate, and then we can just head over to the beach here. We can actually dock at beaches as well. That was my mistake a few minutes ago when I said we could only dock at docks. Beaches will do the job for us as well. And here is the marsh, of course, where we can do our first set of frog catching. There's actually 3 marshes we can do frog catching in, so this will just be the first. And it's nicely restocked for us now. There's no golden frog by the looks of things. There are a few tadpoles still, but we're actually after the next item, which we should be very close to getting. So this is a male. And just let me check something first. I don't want to over-capture things. No, it looks like we should be okay to capture a male. So some of them look a bit smaller, I guess, because of the growth of them. So we do want to leave a male and female. Wait for them to pop back. If the golden frog's here, then once again, you'll want to leave it. With all these baby frogs, though, we should be sorted. Come on. One more. No, can't get that one just yet. Anyway, I won't make you watch the painstaking frog catching. You know how to do it by now. Anyway, once you've caught that, and you've reached the required amount, then Cryo will come and give us our next reward. In this case, the useful bistro fork, which is something you should be getting by this stage. If you don't get it in this first location, don't worry, because there's 2 more swamps that we're going to head to. So we'll finish off here and just let these babies grow up before we come back doing more frog catching. And if we just have a look at that nice new weapon for Queena here. It's got a lovely 68 attack on it. So definitely something of use for us, I would say. Next up, you want to head up north to the Mist Continent here, since we have the second of the marshes up above us from this landing point on the beach. And of course we have more frogs to catch. At least that's the plan. I'm just going to check to make sure that they've respawned since we've last visited, which I expect they would have actually. Yeah, they have. So we'll do some more catching here. And now finally the third marsh is one that we haven't visited yet before, and it's just on this island down here in the southwest area of the map. It's just a small place, but here is the next marsh. So pretty much standard stuff. We know what we're doing now once we've arrived. The Moogles are present and accounted for as usual. And since we haven't yet visited this marsh, there should be a full quota of frogs for us to catch. Once again, if you get the golden frog, make sure you leave it along with the male and female. That way they'll respawn faster. Okay, and with all the frog catching done, we need to wait, of course, now for them all to respawn. And I think I've got just over 40 now, so 99 is the ultimate goal that we're going for. That will get us all the rewards that are available from that side quest. So we're making progress. But feel free at this point to do a little bit of grinding if you want to learn a few abilities on your characters. Remember, of course, you can always speak to Sid on the boat to change your party members. But I'm going to leave things here for today, guys. I think this has been a decent enough episode with enough done to leave off, and we'll catch up again next time, so please do join me for that, as we continue on with more optional stuff before heading over to the Black Mage Village. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you soon for more Final Fantasy IX. Bye for now.